Okay, hi. Uh, my name's Chad. We're Team 4. This is Doug, and Joe's going to be doing some modeling for me with what we work on. Also, Todd was on our team. He's filming us right now. Uh, so this is our Google Glass killer. Or we didn't really pick a name, but Joe and I got to calling it the head unit. But it's on more than just his head. Joe, if you could lift your left hand too. It also has this hand unit too. What you can't see is Joe can see exactly how far his hand is from whatever it's pointing at. Because there's a screen.
16 feet, 5 inches.
Yeah. Inside this box on Joe's head is a screen, but it's not here. It's actually in the back. It reflects off a few mirrors. We had problems with the screen being so close to your eye that you couldn't focus on it, but we could add some distance if we kind of bounced it around his head a few times. So besides just distance, it displays some other things. Joe, could you elaborate about what you can see on your screen?
Sure. So as I move my head around, I keep seeing an adjusting power level. You may notice that the lights on the side of this are kind of bouncing around. Now there should be 3.
A little bit more. There you go.
All right. So what that's showing is the amount of power that I'm generating by moving around. In power units, of course. And at some point, when I cross 9,000, when I'm over 9,000, these will all actually turn red. Eventually. Yeah, there we go.
So besides the power level meter, we added a few other features. So it has first of all, it has an accelerometer inside that calculates all of Joe's powerful movements. It also, Joe, if you could turn around, all the way around. Thank you. It's got a bunch of audio jacks in the back. Those connect directly to the Arduino pins. So if you ever want to add some external device that can just read or push or do anything with data, it's right there. Yeah, if you could. It's also fits perfectly around his head, and it has a very comfortable blue foam that we've also found that our head unit is completely impervious to racquetballs. I think. We also have you might notice this red LED right in the front. That responds depending on the information from the distance sensor. I don't know the exact specifications. Do either of you remember exactly?
It's about, I think when you're within 5 inches, it'll set off the light, letting you know that something's too close. What happens then? Show it, Joe. 3 feet. It's 3 feet. You don't want to know what happens next.
So that's it for the camouflage. Yes, you want to explain that bit?
Oh yeah, the camouflage. So, yeah, a box can be a little bit, in contrast to someone's face, but we found that we added this eye and nose to the front spray paint. It deceives 80% of all the people we show it to. They don't even know he's wearing it. I think that's about it for reading it. Are there any questions?
Does it hurt?
I think the comfortable safety foam.
Can we see inside?
Yeah, sure. Do you want?
It's pretty difficult to show off unless you're willing to wear it. Yeah.
All right, what's it look like inside? Oh, it's kind of hard. Turn. Turn it. Move it the other way.
Somewhere there.
Keep going. Keep turning. Keep turning. Wait here. There's a screen all the way over here.
That's the one I'm looking at.
Screen. Powerful.
So that's what you see through the mirror.
Once you've got it on your head, it's like a black box, and you just see these eerie numbers kind of out in front of you.
It's just numbers floating in front of you. It's pretty awesome.
I believe
Try it.
you have a question. Kim is-
For additional expressions,
what was the question? I'm sorry.
additional expressions for the camouflage.
Oh.
That's version 2.0.
Kim asked whether new expressions will be added to the project. Yeah.
If you have a problem driving with this, it has to be a hard.
The question is whether it would be difficult to drive with our piece of equipment.
It's pretty immersive. I don't think that you really want to be operating heavy equipment when you're immersed in this fantastic environment.
Yes.
How did you distribute the labor of the project?
The question is how we distributed the labor of the project. I know I did a lot of the laser cutting, and I did a lot of this, taking the stuff and then putting it on the thing. You guys, Joe did. You guys did a lot of code.
I started some of the code. Doug wrote most of it, actually.
Yeah, we didn't really distribute the work at all. We kind of just all went at it and did as much as possible in as little time as possible.
Yeah, I know we all of us had a hand a little bit in every part of it.
Todd built the distance sensor completely by himself here, and gave us the code to integrate back into it. Yeah, so that was excellent.